It is November 15th. We are 1 week away and 1 day from Thanksgiving, which is a wee bit crazy. Um, I, pardon me, I am going to go ahead and get my information out into Facebook. So I have it playing here. And let's go over to Facebook. Join me on YouTube. And post it there, or posting. Now back to YouTube. No, I don't want to try unlimited DVR space. Okay, here we go. Now that I'm all posted and ready to go. How's everybody doing? I am doing pretty good. It's Wednesday, so that means the week is half over. I had a fantastic weekend last weekend. We hosted 48 of our closest friends in a weekend-long crop, and it was fantastic. So let me start by telling you a little bit about the theme. We did the Roaring Twenties, and I'm gonna grab something off that table over there. I should have been a little more prepared, but I was not, so here we go. So we had these fabulous gift bags that we put together for like the welcome gift. And I wish I had thought to save it all packaged up to show you, but I didn't do that. So you're gonna get a couple of pieces. The centerpiece was this mug with the Roaring Twenties image on it, and it says the Roaring Twenties Scrapbook Retreat, November 2023, and you can see it's got a nice cover on it with a drinking hole, and inside a whole bunch of Hershey Nuggets. So that was one part of it. There were some bingo cards and some raffle tickets and stuff like that. And then we had all these nips. That's what we call them here in the States. My friends in other places might call them something else. But these little bottles that have alcohol in them. And we had them tied up in a brown paper bag, and it said Prohibition and the years of Prohibition. So that was in there also. And everybody got some fun washi tape, and people loved the gifts. So that's how we started our weekend. We started on Thursday morning doing setup, and then our guests started arriving Thursday night so that they could set up their spot. A few people did a little bit of work on Thursday night, but mostly people set up, had some dinner, and then Friday morning, more people came and they set up all weekend. We had games and we had classes, and what else did we do? We had door prizes, so people earned tickets throughout the weekend either by attending a class or making purchases from the vendors. So we had Close to My Heart and Stampin' Up, and we actually had two Close to My Heart vendors that were working, not Close to My Heart, Creative Memories. That was a Freudian slip, sorry to my co-host. It was Creative Memories times two. But yeah, we had a great time. And the feedback was really good, and so my heart was full. All right, let me see if anybody is here with me. I don't see anybody commenting, so I'm assuming I am alone and just having a monologue here, which is fine. Everybody can watch this at their own time. So tonight I'm going to play with this idea that I had in my head, and I literally just prepped about 30 seconds before I went live. I finished prepping, and I haven't done anything. Hello, Miss Deb. Welcome. It's good to see you here, and it was good to see you somewhat in person. We had a live chat with Deb at the crop, so that was nice. She was not able to attend in person, so it was nice to see you that way. So anyways, we're going to play with some bags from the dollar store or the Dollar Tree or Dollar General, wherever you buy them. And some beautiful paper from, let me see here. I want to make sure I call it correctly. It's called Winter Meadow. It's a 12 by 12. And the colors in this paper are basic. Oh, I need to take my glasses off because that's way too small for me to read with glasses on. Basic black and blueberry bushel, garden green, lost lagoon, misty moonlight, moody mauve, pebbled path, pretty peacock, shady spruce, and smoky slate. So that's the color palette. And let me put this face down and we'll get started. All right. So I pulled out two sets of stamps to work with. Shop the Town, which has this fun tree and the carolers and the different pieces to make a house, and I want to say the garden gate, but that's not really it. The pillars with the archway and some sentiments. And then I also pulled out this one because I've bought it, but I haven't used it yet. So I thought we'd start with those. Hey, Carla. And then, like I said, I have some bags from the dollar store. And I've cut 3 of the papers. I can show you the rest at the end if people want to see them. But I love this one. It's just very, I don't even know what the word that I wanted to say here is, but ethereal, maybe? I'm not sure. But I just love the paper. The back side has kind of a water wash look with some splotches. It could be stars or snowflakes. And then we have this one here with an all over design. And another water wash look on the back in blue. And this one is watercolored trees in the snow. And watercolor on the back. So those are the colors that, the papers that I pulled out. To start with, I have some pretty peacock. And I also have some garden green, but I haven't cut that up. If we get that far, we'll use it. So what I did is I measured the bag from this point here, like if you had it open, this would be the bag. So I measured from here to the top, which is 8 inches, and then from side to side, 4.5. And then I decided to go down 1/2 inch on both to make my first layer of cardstock. So that's 7.5 by 4, and then down 1/4 inch for my designer series paper, so 7.25 by 3 3/4, and then another layer of cardstock at 3.25 by 5.25, and then some basic white, which we can use for stamping, 3 by 5. And that is as far as I have gotten with planning. So we're gonna figure this out together. I'm hoping you guys will give me your thoughts on what you like, what you want me to try. I can put my seat down a little bit. I wanted to start the camera up higher than usual because people are always saying, hey, I can't see. So I just started it up high, which meant my seat had to get really high or you wouldn't be able to see me. Before I go on, do you see this? This is one of the flowers that we had. Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh, well, I guess I can talk while I make my craft here. At the scrapbooking event, we had the Roaring 20s theme, So we all dressed up on Saturday night, I think it was. And clearly I can't measure. So this was supposed to be, let me just take a little bit off of this. My measurement was a little bit off. That happens when you rush through things, I guess. But that's okay. So we dressed up on Saturday night, and we had gangsters, and we had the ladies in their flapper dresses and stuff like that. And we did a bunch of photo shoots. We had so much fun. And on Friday night, we did an ice cream social, which was very yummy. So we had fun in and amongst all of our crafting. I have to tell you, I didn't get done nearly as much as I thought I would get done myself. To start with, I had to work all day Friday and most of Thursday after I did my setup. So really, I lost 2 days of crafting, or 1.5 at a minimum. And then I taught on Saturday. Oh, and we had a masseuse in, so I got a massage. So it was busy and it was fun, but I didn't craft nearly as much as I would have liked. So I should have showed, I pulled out some fun stuff to play with. Carla, you're right, that paper is just beautiful. I wish I could take credit for it, but all I did was buy it. So now we get to play with it and make it our own. So I have these fun ones with the sparkles in them. We have some snowflakes. So I thought these would be fun to work with. And then I pulled out some blue and white ribbons to play with, just so you know. All right, so I've got my first layer, and I'm going to put my second layer on. Hopefully my sizing will work out. Yeah. If I put it up here, then I can put something down here if I want to for a saying. I can do the same thing going in this direction, or just put it in the middle. So for the first one, I'm just going to put it in the middle, and we'll go from there. So what did you all do this weekend? Did you do anything fun? One of the best things about our crop was that I got to meet people that I have been crafting with the last couple of years online, but we'd never met in person. And so we got to sit at the same table and spend the whole weekend together. We had our meals together. They took some of my classes. And at one point we just decided we were going to go and play. And so we grabbed all my inks, and everybody grabbed some paper and stamps, and we created one sheet wonders. So that was fun. But being able to see people in person and give hugs and stuff, can't beat that. Oops, I already took the stamps out. So let's see, what are we going to play with from the stamps? I want to play with the house, I think. So let's pull that one off. Hopefully I've got everything back where it belongs. I put some of the stuff away on Monday night and some away on Tuesday night, and there's still more stuff to be put away. But we'll get there. So I think I want to use the alcohol ink, the StazOn ink in black. So have you ever had the opportunity to meet the people that you craft with online in person? That was such a blessing. Such a blessing. All right. Just gonna hold it for a couple of seconds. Boy, that one stuck, huh? It stuck so much it bent the paper when I ripped it up. Let's see what we can do about that. That's a little better. And then we also have the top of the house. That goes like so. Oh, I haven't used these. I should probably test them out before I go putting it on my project, huh? I put it on backwards. Oh, I found the first thing that I didn't put away, and that would be my my chamois. Give me 1 second. I have to go wet my chamois. Yeah, it's a little damp. I can use it. Well, that was awful silly. Not going to get much of an image that way, am I? Squeak, squeak, squeak. We'll have to give that a good cleaning later. Didn't quite get it all off, but. All right, let's ink this up again and try again. Gonna need a couple of inks. That should do the trick. Now let's see if I can line this up. Whoops. I'm having a little trouble getting above the project so I can see it without putting my head in your way. So we'll see how I did. Close enough. Close enough for government work, as they say. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to cut them out. And then I won't have to worry about how well I line them up. Okay. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella and give the brick a bit of a whitewash with let's see what Cajun Craze will look like. So I'm going to just put some ink on my little block here so that when I do this, I don't end up getting sparkles on my ink pad. Oh yeah, that'll work. That should work, right? So I'm just going to do a little bit of whitewash, so to speak. Do you color with your Wink of Stella? Just curious. It's a lot of coloring. I don't normally do quite so much of it, so we'll see how this goes. We're just here for the experimentation, right? Doing a little outline around the windows and the flower boxes. I didn't think about how long it would take to color, so hope you'll bear with me. What are y'all doing? Everybody have something for dinner already? I had, excuse me, steak with roasted vegetables. So it had cauliflower and broccoli and carrots, onions, potatoes. It's a nice variety, and a little bit of leftover gravy to pull it all together. It was very yummy. My husband did a good job. All right, we're getting there. We're almost colored in on the brick. Kind of going for this look because of the nature of the papers. So they kind of have that whitewash look going on. This is a poor man's job at whitewashing, so to speak. All right, that off to the side. And then, because I'm not super excited about the way that top came out, I'm gonna do it again. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving next week? I will be happy. I'll have both my kids here. And then I think I'm going to see my friend over the Thanksgiving weekend. So that will make me happy, though I won't want to drive. The driving on the holiday weekend can be brutal. But I think I'll do it around. So it won't be on Thanksgiving. Probably on Saturday, because Black Friday, I have to go past the mall to get to her. And I don't think I want to do that. So I'm thinking Saturday might be better. All right, so we have that. Gonna get a little bit of color on that second one because it came out better. So who's cooking for Thanksgiving? We're just gonna have the kids here. My husband will do most of the cooking. I'll help as needed. He's not real good at letting me help him. So usually one or the other cooks. And 95 to 98% of the time, it's my husband. So when there's only 4 people, there's only so much food that needs to be made. I'll have to check and see if I'm making apple cake or if he's buying a pie. So Deb says she's making gingerbread houses with her girls after Thanksgiving. Oh, that's fun. Is that your kids, grandkids? I still don't even know how long my daughter's going to be home from school. I wonder if my husband does. It's hard to keep up on stuff like that when you're not home. Between traveling 2 weeks ago and then being at the crop this weekend. I haven't really been around an awful lot. And then I finished dinner and said, okay, bye, it's Wednesday, and came downstairs. have one more event coming up this weekend, and then I'm done with my holiday craft events, and my husband will see me again. 3 weekends in a row. It's more than I had planned for, I guess. All right, so we've got that. Let me grab a marker. We'll add some detail around the windows. I think I'm gonna have some gray window frames. So that kind of reads almost black. So did I tell you all about my fiasco trying to plan my next cruise? I booked a cruise for February, and then I went to go book flights and realized that I picked the week that is school vacation week here in Massachusetts, because the flight costs were double the normal price. So I'm like, oh no, we're gonna have to move that. So Carla says she's doing all the cooking for herself, husband, and son. Do you do all the fixings, or because of the number of people, do you keep it a little bit more contained, I guess? So anyways, after I looked at the prices, I said, oh, we're going to have to rebook that. And I called the travel agent who called the cruise company and said that I couldn't book it for the weekend that I wanted. I don't know why. I'm like, okay. So then we found a cruise for one of the weekends that they said we could do. And it was less expensive than the one we had booked. And they said, nope, you don't get the difference back. But I could cancel and rebook. So I just chose to cancel because I don't have time for company to do business like that. I don't know anyone who does. So we got a little bit of green, and I'm going to put some blue to kind of go with this. That's the blueberry. So now I need to find another cruise to go on with my sister-in-law. All right. Oh, the door. What color should I do the door? Hi and bye. Hi, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. What color should I do the door? Keeping in mind it's going on here and then on here. So what color do you think we should do the door? I think maybe the, oh, what is that called? Nope, not that one. Can't find the color I'm looking for. There it is. Had to pull them all out together. What do you think about Lost Lagoon? It's in there. All right, we'll do some Lost Lagoon. All of a sudden, it's very warm down here. Might be the first time it's been warm down here all day. Right. Let's get cutting. Thanks, Ab. Oh, I didn't see that in time, but maybe next time, Carla. But honestly, that reads very close to the Pretty Peacock. It does say it's Lost Lagoon. I had to double check. Alright, so I have to say that while I enjoy doing this, if I had to make a bunch of them, I wouldn't be using the stamp set. I would do something I could stamp pretty quickly. So we might change directions after this one. I love these snips. You can get really detailed with them. So my Patriots flew all the way to Germany and stunk out the house again. I don't know what they're going to do with that team, but they got to do something because, boy, are they bad. I didn't even watch the game this week because I was at the crop. And my husband's like, do I have to wait till you get home? I'm like, nah, you could just watch it. All right. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to pop it up. Let's pop it up. Yeah, this is definitely not something that you would do when you needed something quick to wrap a gift. But we can take care of that on the next one. We'll do something quick. So do you guys, do you do your own gift packaging? I tend to be more of a tag person when it comes to gifts. I'll make a cute tag to go on it. But I don't generally make my packaging. But every now and then you got something special you want to give a gift for, or someone special, whatever the case may be. We're going to pick some ribbon. Ooh, I'm going to pull out a different ribbon. I have two choices here that just kind of came to mind. I could do something with the gold, kind of vanilla with a gold trim. Not sure how much you can see from that. Or the copper. I'm kind of liking the copper. Yep, we're going to use some copper. Give it a snip. Grab my good old Scotch tape. And we'll tape down Right about there, looks good. Trying to get that fairly even across the bottom there. And another piece of tape. And I'm going to make a little bow. Oops. Try that again. My bunny ears, and cross, and over, and through. Ooh, that's very slippery. Slippery stuff there. And a snip snip. And we'll put some of this up here. Gonna play with that a little bit. All right, and let's grab a glue dot. Here we go. Should have covered up the glue when I was not using it, huh? That would have made it better. A little extra in the middle. All right, that's the first one. Wow, that took a way too long for a gift bag, but I like it. Now we're going to do something, I think, a little more simple and clean. I'm going to open it up. And that's what it looks like when it's fully open. It's like a little off. Bring that down. There we go. Number one. Let's play with, we'll do something with this here. The Christmas stamp, the tree stamp from the same set. And this time, I think I'm going to try stamping it on a light green. Pull out the seafoam. Hi, Judy. Oh, thanks, Carla. It did come out cute, but it took a bit. I know I talked for a bit at the very beginning, but I think that most of us that are thinking, geez, I'm going to make a gift bag, aren't looking to spend 30 minutes on it. So let's see what we can do on a quick one. Judy, we were talking about Thanksgiving. Are you cooking? Are you hosting? Are you going somewhere? What's your scoop for Thanksgiving? I am staying home with my husband, and my daughter will be home from college, and my son will be here for the day as well. all the times TBD. I suspect my daughter will get home on Wednesday from school, but don't know that for sure. So I'm going to grab some holiday red, not real red, some pink. Oh. Let's see what that looks like. We've got Melon Mambo, Tahitian Tide, and Orchid Oasis. I'm coloring a few of these here. Oh, and I'll have to get some yellow for the star, right? Maybe we'll get some nice bright green to go with it. Just figured I'd start with 3 and see where that took us. Your Thanksgiving is over. Where are you from? Because I know Canada, I think they just had theirs. I know it's not at the same time as us. And I feel like it's about a week off. So I'm thinking you may be from there, or you just celebrated when it worked for your family. And that's what we do for Thanksgiving. We don't get together with my family on Thanksgiving, but we always get together, not Thanksgiving, for Christmas. But we do get together at some point during the season. Usually it's like the week after, between Christmas and New Year's. Because nobody wants to travel on the holiday, and I don't blame them. You are from Canada. That makes perfect sense then. I'll play with these greens. I don't know which one I want. That's very dark. That's pretty peacock. And the green, they look very similar. We're going to use a few of these. And then we got the yellow. All right. Well, that was much quicker than coloring that building. It was like watching paint dry, I'm sure. Give it a quick little fussy cut. It was funny during the classes I was teaching over the weekend. There's one woman who I know is not a big fussy cutter. So I only had one project of all of them that needed fussy cutting. And she found a way around it just like I knew she would. She always goes rogue, as we say. Deciding how she's going to get around from fussy cutting. Are you guys fussy cutters or are you roguers that go do anything to get away from the fussy cut? I'm glad I decided to do this on the green paper. Even though it's a light green, it still gives the impression that I was looking for without having to color. Because I know that if I tried to color that in with markers, it just wouldn't go so well. It would be okay with colored pencils maybe. But you know, the markers tend to bleed into each other, and maybe it's just me. So have you guys been doing any craft fairs, going to them, vending at them? You don't mind fussy cutting? Me either. Me either. Alright, so we have the trees. We have this. I think we're going to go... Where's my other white? Whoops. That's not the right size. Where'd it go? There they are. So, like this. And then we have this. And let's see what we've got. I think we want to go with the tall, skinny one. And then we'll put the Christmas tree there. What color should I do the sending good tidings in this season of cheer? Should I use the pretty peacock or blueberry bushel? So that would be pretty peacock or blueberry bushel. I have to say, one thing I really liked about being at the crop was much more space to do my work. So we're gonna have this on here, like so. Oh, looks like I need to cut that one down too. I don't know what I did with my measuring earlier. So we can do, oh, Carla doesn't mind fussy cutting either. So do we do the greeting in the blueberry bushel or pretty peacock? What say you? Well, here's a beautiful thing. I can do it twice. And then we can decide. So first up, we've got the blueberry bushel. And then just wanted to see how that was working. Let me get this pad out of the way, since it is red rubber and not polymer. I'm going to do that towards the top. It's a pretty bold lettering on here, so I just want to give it a couple extra seconds to sink it in. Oh, that went pretty well. A little crooked, but pretty well. So that's the blue. And we'll try it in the Pretty Peacock. And because I'm trying to do this over there where you can see it as opposed to directly in front of myself, I'm going to go intentionally sideways. Ooh, that was not on purpose. Let's see. All right, now we'll have a better idea. Okay. Cut a smidge. You all know what a smidge is, right? Like 1/8 of an inch. A smidge. So this and this, and either this, like so. So that's the Pretty Peacock, or Blueberry Bushel. Which should I use? Yep, a smidgen is, oh, I hope I'm right. I like that. That's a good way to call it. So what are we thinking? Blueberry or Pretty Peacock? Blueberry. That's what I was thinking. All right, let's start doing some layering. And then add a little bit of bling, and this one will have gone much faster. I really have to be better about covering my glue when I'm not using it. All right, that's one. And two. And that's going to go here, but let's see what we're going to do for some ribbon before that. That's azure. Oh, I have some of that in the tree. Let's see, do we like it or do we not like it? I think it might be too much of it. Don't love it, don't hate it. But I think I'm not going to use it. Oops. Do some popping. Little bit of popping. Oh, there they are. On my tree. And then tear off a little end of it here for up top. Because it's getting mighty skinny. All right. Put this on and then we'll look and see about some bling. And I think I know what I'm going to use. We'll see what you guys think about it. So I am thinking of these guys. I know my take your pick tool is here somewhere. I think I buried it. So fingers it is. I'm gonna use the gold. Couple on the tree. Whoops. One more. I've seen people do this. Oh, it's my first time using my scissors for that. And there we go, bag number 2. I really thought I was going to get through 3 of them in an hour, but I did not. So I am going to flip this. So right now, before I flip it to myself, just wanted to show you the cards for my upcoming class, which will be available both online and in person. So hopefully it's not too much of a glare. So that's the first one. And that's a gatefold for the second one. And added the deers in here for the third. And the fourth one. So if that is something that you are interested in, let me know. And let me turn this around. There we go. Oh, as I told you, I had to put my seat down earlier. And now it's back up. It's easier than moving the camera. So I hope you had a little bit of fun and enjoyed the process. I always enjoy the process, though sometimes I feel like people might get bored watching me figure out my process. But you know what? I like watching other people do their process. So hopefully you saw something you liked and will join me again. I don't know that I'm going to go live next Wednesday, being the night before the night before Thanksgiving. I'll have to figure that out when I know when my daughter's coming home and how long she's going to be with me. So until next time, whether it be the night before Thanksgiving or the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, if I don't talk to you, have a fabulous holiday with your family if you're here in the U.S. And if you're not in the U.S., I hope you had a great holiday last weekend and holiday season coming up. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.